Alright, so with this week's episode of Boruto, we got a little bit of build up to what we can expect in future episodes to come of this series, as we are now reaching the road to Boruto, Naruto the movie. Yes, by the ending of this episode, we saw that apparently Boruto is going to start adapting the Boruto movie, which is to be expected, and also something that is also to be expected before we probably see this event go down, is that we are also going to get an adaptation of the Boruto Gaiden series, which will put a focus on Sarada's character. And while we did get hinted from Anime News Network that we will see a Boruto / Sarada Gaiden series relatively soon make its way into the anime, you know, we also got hinted at in this episode, technically, that we could see it a lot sooner than expected, as we are now heading into a new 3-man squadron. We originally had 3-man teams, as you usually do in the Naruto series, and it originally consisted of, our main team originally consisted of Shikadai, Boruto, and Mitsuki. This time, however, most likely we are going to see Mitsuki, Boruto, and also Sarada now. I believe in this episode, actually, it was showcased that it was actually Boruto, Mitsuki, and Metal Lee on a team, but we know that for right now, that's just temporary. So, most likely Sarada will make her way into the team relatively soon, and hopefully we can get more characterization out of her, because technically she has been glossed over on the side. But definitely, because we are now breaking into the 3-man squadrons, you know, finally, now, and also since we got revealed that Sasuke was shown by the end of this episode, hopefully the later episodes are going to have to do a lot more revolving around his lineage, so to speak. So we're most likely going to see more Sasuke in the future, and also more Sarada. It just kind of annoys me that we still have, you know, within the Naruto series, that we have these villains that are just built up only to be talk no jutsu'd out of each other, to the point in which later on we'll see them later down the line as allies, but yet there is no punishment or consequence that they face, you know, directly after that, even though they almost destroyed an entire village, or at least put some sort of threat to the village. You know, it's just like, ooh. Luckily, though, we're going to see, you know, the Boruto movie actually be adapted in the anime, which in turn, I mean, it's 50-50. If you have seen the Boruto movie, you're probably like, oh, fuck, like, I mean, sure, you know, I've already seen the movie, but we're probably going to see it from different perspectives, obviously, because there's going to be just more room to develop and flesh out, you know, that portion of the film, which will lead to different things happening here and there. But, you know, I mean, hopefully, you know, when it comes to the villains that we have seen from the movie, we'll learn a little bit more about them, their build-up will be better, and hopefully, you know, we'll just see a better fight play out, and no talk no jutsu. So with that said, Samari, she's back at the academy. Yay. But hopefully things will get a little bit more interesting when it comes to the next few episodes of Boruto, as what we got at the end of this episode, we see now that, like I stated before, we're heading into the Boruto movie, so we're going to get, you know, the Boruto movie's antagonist, and we're just going to see how things play out from their end. You know, the one thing that I always, you know, didn't like about the Boruto movie is that while the villain was kind of cool, they really did not have a whole lot of characterization to the point in which I actually cared about their overall motives. If anything, they were just very generic characters. There was not a whole lot characterization that was being built off of this, but when it built off the movie. But when it comes down to the anime, while it still can adapt the movie, even though I'm still kind of 50-50 about them adapting it, we're going to be able to see different things, of course, and this will in turn possibly give more characterization towards the villains. So I don't know, maybe we'll see, you know, a better sort of progression in terms of, you know, the anime's point of view of it handling Boruto Naruto the movie. So, yeah, Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you like the fact that we're actually getting the Boruto movie adapted? Do you think, you know, there will be a lot more room for characterization and different events to actually build up that will make a lot more sense that we didn't really get to see in the original film? And also, what do you think about the Sarada Gaiden series that will be adapted very soon? We're most likely going to see Sarada's, you know, Sarada, Mitsuki, and Boruto's missions play out before we actually get to that point, but, you know, as we saw by the end of this episode, things are building up revolving around those villains and also Tenari Otsutsuki in and of itself. So things are getting interesting in this next arc of Boruto. Hopefully they're just a lot more executed than they were in the first arc, because I don't want to see another Taku no Jutsu. So overall thoughts on this episode of Naruto? I mean, it was very simplistic. It just gave us build up. It was alright. It's alright. I didn't really have too many problems with it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on what you guys thought about this episode, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Thank you for watching.